Good day, you sexy internet travelers! Bailey here, and today we are back with episode 8 of Kuzu no Honkai, so let's dive in. Now overall, I feel this episode was a little bit disjointed, mainly due to how it begins. We are introduced to Echon's cousin, Atsuya Kirishima. Kirishima has romantic feelings for Echon, and Echon, of course, still has romantic feelings for Hanabi. Now one thing to point out here is the difference in the societal acceptability of dating your cousin in Japan. Now I think I'm definitely a valid authority to speak on this subject because I researched it on the internet for almost a full 5 minutes, but to my understanding, dating your cousin in Japan, while not common, doesn't carry the negative stigma it does here in the West. However, if you are from Japan, and I'm actually just being dumb as shit right now, which let's be honest, I probably am, then please let us know the general societal perception on this subject. But back to my original point, I really don't feel that this fit with the rest of the episode. Usually Kuzu no Honkai seems to have a general theme to each individual episode, but this completely conflicts with trying to develop thematic continuity. It just wasn't necessary and almost just felt like they were trying to fill up 20 minutes, and I really feel like it detracts from the episode as a whole. However, again, this is just my opinion, and as you all know, my opinion is bullshit. We then move on to a rather charming start with Hanabi and Mugi doing an anatomy and physiology study session. Hanabi tells Mugi that he can just imagine her to be Minagawa, but he declines and says that he can't imagine her to be Minagawa anymore, and this really shows how much their relationship has evolved and matured. What started off as empty sexual gratification has now become replaced with a greater sense of respect for the other person. Mugi acknowledges Hanabi as an individual, being unable to allow her to be a mere substitute, and Hanabi looks at Mugi with a greater regard than she did previously, thus making her a little more conscientious of the situation she finds herself in with him. But don't worry, Mugi and Hanabi have a perfect plan to make all these happy feels go to shit. We are at the end of summer now, and it's time for them to confess their feelings. Mugi goes in first. He meets with Minagawa, asking her to talk, and she lures him straight into a vicious little man-bear pig trap and puts him into a date-like setting to immediately force him into the defensive. She immediately starts to play with him and tries to indirectly flatter him, but Mugi is fully aware of what's going on. He comes out confidently with a confession and says he likes her, but Minagawa immediately recovers, saying she knew, but Mugi counters with saying that he knew that she knew, landing a direct hit, but it doesn't faze Minagawa. Mugi proceeds to launch an ad hominem offensive, but Minagawa counters with Teary Crocodile eyes and plays an emotional reciprocation card, and it is a direct hit, dealing super effective critical damage. Incredible! Mugi is on the ropes. He tries to assert control and briefly reuses his ad hominem attack, but it is ineffective. Minagawa uses her ultimate and goes straight for the finishing blow, and it connects. Her hand is directly on Mugi's face, but then she stacks it with verbal seduction. Oh god, the horror! Mugi is done for! Minagawa is the victor! Now we return to Hanabi and find her with Kanai, and she gets straight to the confession. Kanai is a smart, mature adult here and supports her by saying thank you, which in this case is essentially the most passive and polite way to say, yeah, I'm not remotely interested in you. And he really genuinely sympathizes with her, and it's nothing but a non-stop feels train, but it soon gets derailed when Hanabi recovers by reaffirming with herself that everything is okay because she's not alone and has Mugi there to support her. Oh, but wait! He's cheating on you right now, officially making himself almost as much of a turd as Kim Jong-un. At this point, I'm really just hoping Hanabi goes full Goku on Minagawa's face, but I'm honestly getting a little worried because it doesn't feel like they're going to be able to finish everything up in 4 episodes, and I don't want it to feel rushed, but maybe I'm wrong. If you enjoyed this review, please like, share, and subscribe for more. I've also recently started a terrible anime review series, so if that's something you're interested in, there will be a link at the end of the video. And as always, stay sexy, internet travelers.